Well, that's one of the sisters here is going to definitely, talk about this unrealistic expectations that a lot of them have today. I like to say, I don't know where that comes from because that surely didn't come from, our community at all. Let's review it.
Something that I find funny, almost disturbing a little bit. No, actually, it's very disturbing, is when I see a woman describe a man and she'll be like, well, I want a man that's 6 foot, athletic build, make over 6 figures, drives a nice car, lives in a high rise. Like, they got all these stipulations of some great quality men. Oh, can't forget this one. No kids, no baby mama drama. You know what I'm saying? The women that be describing these caliber of men be 5'1", tree stump built, making $22,000 a year, living in a roach-infested apartment with an air mattress and a 22-inch Roku TV. Make it make sense.
Yeah, let's stop right there. And she ran that part of it down. So basically, $22,000 a year is actually poverty, because in the United States, poverty is what, 26,400, somewhere around there. You're at the level of poverty in the United States. So basically, you're talking about a woman that's literally living in poverty, but having all these unrealistic expectations for the brothers. You have to be making $100,000 a year when the average man in America itself is making about what, 45,000. In a sense. So men who are making $100,000 or more a year is more of your top, 20%, of men, somewhere around there, right? So how is it that you're making $22,000 a year? The woman just said that you basically living in some roach motel somewhere, but yet you're demanding that you have all these things, height expectations. So what if the man had all what you just said, but he's 5'7"? So I guess he's just dismissed because he's 5'7". That's the stupidity that they have. But let's continue.
Because it's not making sense. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't aspire for more in life or greater things or, I'm not saying that. Dream on. But let's come back to reality. And the reality is, how can you expect to obtain this type of man and then have the nerve to be like, and I need for a man to get my nails done, get my hair did, get my toes done, buy me this, buy me that, all these high maintenance things, but you're not living a high maintenance lifestyle. I'm just so confused.
I'm confused too. I don't know where that mess comes from at all.
Why do you think you deserve that caliber of man if you can't even maintain yourself?
Exactly.
Your pH is off. When the last time you seen an OBGYN?
Ooh, she went there on y'all. She said y'all not even going to the doctor. But you talking about you want a guy that's 6 foot, $100,000 a year living in a high rise.
When? You don't even have a couch. If he paid a rent there, how is he going to come over and relax after a hard day of work at his job that pays him over 6 figures? Where is he going to relax at?
She's saying y'all don't have a couch. Y'all doing it that bad. But yeah, $22,000 a year. I can see, because the best you're going to get is rent a center for some furniture at that level. And y'all going to miss that rent a center bill. Then rent a center going to be knocking at your door. Come and pick up that furniture. Then you talking about, I'll get it back next week.
Where? Is he going to have to pump the air mattress up before he lay the fuck down at the roach infested? Like, make it make sense. If he's hungry, can you cook him a meal? Like, women, I think a lot of women I'm starting to realize a lot of women are not single because there's a lack of quality men. Because I know a lot of good quality men.
I know you do. There's a lot out here. But see, a lot of say, well, I don't know what he is. They out there. You just overlooking them because you got this silly expectation. You don't want to work with a man and build with that man. You don't. You want the man to be the finished product. You don't want to get with him and say, I know that's a good man. I see his drive. I see he going somewhere. So let me get with him here Because, you know, when you meet the guy, long as he's not a bum, long as he's not lazy, long as he's not abusive or something like that, but you see him working towards something, he got dreams and goals, is realistic. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get with the man. But see, what they try to do is wait till the guy gets something later, then get mad why they can't get with him. With they trifling behind.
Saying there's more single women because of the fact that y'all not being realistic with yourselves. You got to look for somebody who's equally yoked. Or get yourself together. One of the two. One of the two. You attract what you should attract. It's just that simple.
And that's true. That's true. You know, you're not getting, you know, husbands because of this unrealistic expectations and materialism. You know, shout out to Dennis Sperling. I saw a recent video that he had, and he had actually asked a question of a woman from the, Latino community. And he says that, well, how is it that, you know, you have a guy that's a husband that cut grass? That's what he do. He cut grass. He come in there and he still treated like a king. How does that happen? Because in the black community, let's say if you tell a woman, well, yeah, I cut grass for a living. You know, I do landscaping. That'll be laughed at in the black community. That wouldn't be really respected. Let's just keep it 100. Well, how much you make doing that? He's gainfully employed. One thing about grass grow. Grass is going to be here. If you cutting grass and you do a great job at it, you will be hired. It's no shame in cutting grass. There's no shame being a plumber. There's no shame being an electrician. But in our community, those particular, you know, jobs isn't sexy. That's the right word I'm gonna use. Those jobs aren't. But yet a lot of those jobs can pay you $100,000 a year. And when the woman was talking to Dennis Sperling, she was saying, no, he said if he's providing, he's saying he's providing a roof over our head, food on the table, clothes on the kids' back, my back, you know, and keeping the cars going and everything. He said, hey, I need to support my husband. He said that we're not being materialistic like that because that's not real. And when the woman said that, I'm like, I mean, that should be just a no-brainer. But the thing is, we in the black community come from not, trust fund backgrounds. We come from getting it out the mud. So whatever I don't know if this is this internet culture. Y'all looking at these celebrities, looking at Beyonce and Megan Thee Stallion and the rest of them and thinking you're going to obtain what they have. Like, and then they didn't come from that either. Beyonce come from nothing. Megan Thee Stallion come from nothing. All these black people you see that's like celebrities today, they didn't come from money. Now their children, that's a different, but I'm talking about them themselves. They come from black communities all over the United States of America. And they had to work hard and get to where they at today. I don't know where this comes from. Like, why do you feel that you need and you deserve something that you're not even providing for yourself? And men see that materialistic woman situation, saying about height requirements and all that. Listen, do you realize the majority of men aren't 6 feet tall? Do you realize that? The majority of men is under 6 feet tall. Does that make them a bad person or a good person? But that's the idiotic things that's being said. Okay, let's say the guy making $50,000 today. Who's to say in 5 years from now he could be making $250,000, $500,000? Who's to say? But you don't want to get with him and stick with him to that point. No. You want to come in later, or you expect that's what you should get, and you ain't worth crap. And this is why these men not getting with you, because they sniff that out about you. You're too freaking materialistic. Instead of worrying about building your relationship. Listen, there's nothing wrong with buying nice things. I like nice things. There's nothing wrong with that. But you buy that when you can afford it. After everything is paid, after the kids are taken care of, everything in life is taken care of, then you buy. It took me years before I got certain things. I've been married 10 years going on 11. It took me a long time before I even started doing international trips. It took me a long time before I started even having certain name brand of clothing, the different things that I have. It took me years. I wear the same clothes for years because I wanted to make sure that my house is provided for, my kids, that's more important. But to some of y'all, that's not important. And that's why you by yourself. So, shout out to Sister, just calling this mess out. Because, like I said, they buy themselves because they just being silly. And they didn't come from no money whatsoever.